Welcome to Chardon Memorial Field. It is homecoming weekend here on GTV, and we have so much to bring you, including the main event, tonight's varsity football game, as the Hilltoppers host one of their pack rivals, the South Rebels. Good evening, everybody. Jamie Ward and Matt Jaworski with you. And Matt, the weather is beautiful. This place is going to fill up, and it is a great night for high school football.
Jamie, you couldn't ask for more weather-wise. In the mid-70s right now. It's going to stay nice and warm throughout the evening. For Chardon, though, a monumental task at hand tonight. The visiting team, the Willoughby South Rebels, and boy, South is coming on a 31-game pack winning streak. They enter this year 5-0 and 2-0, and a win tonight will put them in a grudge match next week against Madison.
Yes.
So a lot on the line for both teams. A big win for Chardon tonight could get them back in the playoff hunt, and for South, a win tonight keeps them in the #1 seed in the playoffs.
The Hilltoppers last beat South in 2007. They were the last pack team to do so, but it was a long time ago. We will come back with pregame festivities, and then we'll have the kickoff. Stay with us on GTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Coming up is the Chardon High School fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater. Now it's time to get rowdy with the haste. it's time to get rowdy with the Hey Song.
And we are back here at Memorial Field. The Hilltoppers out of the locker room and out onto the field. CHS, the flags leading the way. As the South Rebels also coming on from the south end zone. Again, Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski, so glad you're joining us at home, either for this video replay or we're coming at you live at home if you couldn't make it down here tonight. And Matt, the Hilltoppers will kick off, the Rebels will receive, and so an early storyline right out of the gate is going to be how this Chardon defense does against a very explosive offense.
Well, Jimmy, you hit that right on the head. This is a Chardon team that right now is reeling following their loss against Madison, a loss where they gave up 43 points. Really one of the, in the last couple of years, one of the biggest defensive miscues that Chardon's really had in a long time. So it'll be interesting to see how Chardon can turn it around tonight. However, to do so, they have to stop an extremely potent Willoughby South Rebel offense. And this is an offense, Jamie, that includes the likes of DJ Green and Will Porter. And when you look at those guys, DJ Green entered tonight 99 carries, 619 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Russell Porter is 44 of 77 for 946 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Wow, almost 1,000 yards halfway through the season. Well, the Chardon secondary was an Achilles heel in week 5, and so same group is going to be out there with maybe one addition to that defensive secondary, and we'll see how Joe Connick ends up holding up. He does have a bit of a bum wing and didn't practice entirely this week, but is expected to play tonight and be okay. And, well, we've got a change right from the beginning, Matt. The Hilltoppers are going to receive the kickoff, and South is going to kick.
Okay, so there we go.
So back for the Chardon Hilltoppers is Anthony Cantanzariti, number 24. And also number 21, and it's a squib kick picked up by an up back, number 99. That's
Master.
Peter Lamaster. Good field position early on for the Hilltoppers, who come out, and they are led by Patrick Sullivan. the junior quarterback. We talked a lot about Sullivan and his inexperience, but now at this point, Matt, he started 5 games, and this is his offense.
Absolutely. Experience is not an issue at this stage. Sullivan comes out, 84 carries on the year, averaging about 7 yards per carry, and has scored 5 touchdowns.
He is from the gun here on 1st and 10. First snap from scrimmage is a fake to Cybus. He keeps it himself into the secondary, and he has 9 yards, maybe 10. Yes, he does. Just enough for the first down.
And on the stop was the defensive back, Anthony Svelbar.
The offensive line for the Hilltoppers, Marty Kepler's the left tackle, Clay Allman the left guard, Justin Baker is the center, Joe Malone right guard, and Drew McCartney is the right tackle. Again, Sullivan from the gun. Wing T offense by the Hilltoppers. Andrew Gray, the tight end. Jordan Barrett is in motion. Barrett is the ball carrier, and he lost the football. It's a fumble, and it went out of bounds.
Well, Hilltoppers catch a break there, Jamie. Turnovers cost them dearly last week, and they nearly had one here tonight to start this drive.
Christian Ross was the Hilltopper in the vicinity of the ball. It is, though, a 9-yard pickup, so second down and 1 is coming. The backs tonight are going to be Ben Cybus, Jordan Barrett. We're going to see Christian Ross in there as well. I'm sure Connick will get some snaps. 1st and 10, and straight ahead is Cybus. Positive yards downhill, and it's a first down.
You talk about positive yards, Jamie. You see him spinning there at the end, knowing how to fall forward the right way to pick up a couple more yards.
Cybus, like Sullivan, a junior who every week gets more and more experience, and now this Chardon coaching staff, led by Mitch Hewitt in his 3rd season, is very confident in Cybus, Barrett, Sullivan, all of the new faces on this offense. Clock running at 11 minutes. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Hilltoppers in Rebel territory. The give again is Barrett, and this time he goes back for a loss of 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, Robert Parker, the sophomore linebacker, in there to spin him around and stop him. Look at the starting lineup for the South Rebels tonight on the defensive line. It'll be the ends, Joe Russell and Mike Mauser. Each of them is about 6'1", between 220 and 190. And then the defensive tackles, Matt Schmidt and Mike Sanislow. Linebackers, Aaron Belinsky, Sean Mackey, and Robert Parker. And the defensive backs, Matt Wyatt, Anthony Svelbar, Dylan Caruso, and Stephen Jeffries.
Second down, 13. Traditional wing T. Sullivan under center. There's a split end here to the near side of the field. Barrett is in motion. He is the ball carrier, far side, and again, nothing going. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Sean Mackey, another linebacker, in on the tackle. And right now, South's linebacker showing a lot of speed, Jamie, to get to the end and seal it off and not allow the Hilltoppers to turn it upfield. Be 3rd down and long again for Chardon.
More success for Chardon through the middle, through the tackles. We'll see what they decide to do now on 3rd and 12. Opening possession. Thanks for joining us here, GTV. It's homecoming weekend, and this crowd is as good as we've seen all year. Cybus is in motion. The fake to him. Sullivan will keep it, and he will get maybe 2 yards, definitely short of the first down. And so decision time for this Hilltopper offense, Matt. And it looks to me like they're going to send Gittens. Well, maybe not. They're not sure. It will be the offense. Zach Weiland will bring the play in. Weiland is a senior split end with good size. He's missed part of the year with injury. So aggressive early, I guess, 4th and 11.
Well, you hate to punt and give the ball back to South. But, boy.
Here we go. In motion is Ross. Sullivan's going to throw it. He's got time. Pass is complete, but Cybus is short of the first down. He needed 11, and he only got about 5, so the Hilltoppers will turn it over.
Well, out now comes the Willoughby Rebel offense, Jamie, and this is a group that together The lowest point total output they have is 34 points. They had 35 in week 1, 42 in week 2, 37 in week 3, 34 in week 4, and 49 last week.
It's a opposing force, Matt. There's no doubt about it. Russell Porter is the quarterback. He's a senior. We talked about his statistics through the air. They're dangerous on the ground. This is a Division II football team that is ranked in the state. As the first play from scrimmage is a give to number 3 running out of the gun. That was Andre Smith, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, the wide receiver lining up in the backfield getting the football. He has some carries for Chardon. Is actually second on the team in carries, averaging about 8 yards per carry.
Rebels right back at the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers set. Kendig, Smith, Caruso, Wyatt. Here's the snap. They're going to throw. Being pressured and brought down, the sack, Andrew Gray.
The Maryland recruit making himself a force early on.
A big loss on the play. Gray is joined on the line by Max Menko and Marty Kepler, the defensive tackles. Joey Fodor is another very big defensive end. Pete Lemaster may see some end time also at backer. He's joined with Nick Lippert, Kevin Shoup. Joe Malone will play some linebacker, as will Jordan Barrett.
Well, you mentioned Nick Lippert. Nick Lippert has just been a beast lately from that linebacking spot.
3rd down and 17. Stepping up and throwing over the middle. It's caught, but well short of the first down. It was Reggie Kendig who caught it, and he only got just past the original line to scrimmage, and now it's 4th down, and they just keep the offense right out on the floor, man, or on the field.
They're good, Jamie. They have a reason to do this.
Deep in their own territory, the South coach, Coach Duffy.
Well, it means that Coach Duffy, too, if they don't get this, has a lot of confidence in his defense.
Boy. Oh, it's a pooch kick. And then the kicker, the punter, is the quarterback. So nice job by Porter, and it is a good punt inside the 15, down at the 13-yard line. Well, that's a weapon.
Yes, and it worked to perfection, pinning Chardon deep back in their own territory. Jamie, you look at this Chardon offense right now, and it's an offense that coming in is averaging about 101 yards per game on the ground. A number that they probably would like to see a little bit higher right now.
Yeah, here we come. 1st down and 10. 6:34 left first quarter. This is the second heel-topper drive.
Actually, check that. It's about.
Sullivan gives left side. Cyrus has positive yards. And we're going to see a lot of Cyrus. Now, it's worth mentioning Matt Bolden, who was the fullback last year, had such a huge season, has been out all year, has not taken a snap, and we're really not sure if he will. He was in crutches earlier in the year. Now he's in street clothes. Saw him before the game, no pads, jersey, and jeans. 2nd down and 4 for the Hilltoppers. Sullivan, hard count, fakes, keeps it, and he's on the far side of the field, and he's brought down. He was strung out. Boy, Chardon has not done anything on the outside, and that's a loss of about 2.
The linebacking core of Lazinski, Mackey, and Parker, and then we'll see DJ Green in there as well, Jamie. Just so much speed, so hard to contain. You know, this Chardon offense, they'll put up 300 yards or so per game on the ground, but against the South team, you have to pick and choose. And we saw last week, Chardon got behind, felt they had to throw, and ran into a lot of issues throwing the football.
It is 3rd down and 7. Sullivan under center. And he gives to Cyrus, who is getting close to the marker, and I think he might have it. He does. 1st down, needed 7, and he got about 8.
Now that's what the Hilltoppers need to do. You have to just continue to keep fighting and pushing forward.
Into the game, Weiland, as this is now the 5-minute mark. Chardon has to like what they're doing here. 7 minutes into the first quarter. They held South on their first drive, and the clock is ticking down. Normally it's Chardon who puts up the big numbers, but has not been the case this season. Sullivan again under center, turns, gives again. Cybus running hard, getting hard yards, and he has about 5.
Jamie, the best defense right now for Chardon is their offense. If you can keep South off the field, you're doing a fine job. And in that game that they played against Geneva a couple weeks back, it was a game where the Rebels won 34-14. And what Geneva did was just continue to pound the football. And eventually they did get behind. They threw some interceptions, and South pulled away late. But again, if you can just keep the South team off the field, if you can keep their offense off the field, a lot of good things can happen.
A timeout by the Hilltoppers. It comes with 4:02 and 2nd and 5. And so Sullivan will talk to his coaching staff. And with that, we'll take a break here on GTV. Back here at Memorial Field, the offense back on the field. It's Patrick Sullivan. They have moved the ball with Cybus so far. They've thrown it once on 4th down. It was a complete pass. Sullivan coming off a 3-interception performance last week. He turns, gives it on the scissor play. It's Jordan Barrett who has a 1st down, a gain of about 9.
Jamie, this is a good time to remind everyone tonight's cablecast funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees. And as always, we'd like to again extend thanks to all the funding communities, including those not funding tonight's broadcast for their year-round support. Our funding communities include Burton Village, Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township.
Couldn't do this without the funding communities, and it's all about Chardon Hilltopper football tonight. Running here near side with an opening, cutting back. There's a flag down. Christian Ross is gone. 25-20, cuts it back to the middle. 5 and down to the 2-yard line, but the referee is pointing at the flag.
Christian Ross, I feel so bad for him. The young man, every time this season, Jamie, he's had a huge run. Penalties have wiped it out.
That is such a costly penalty. Mitch Hewitt, the head coach, telling his team to get back. Right now, those heads are hanging, Matt. As you can imagine, the big run is all wiped away. We should mention Bill Tilker is our referee. And he was the one who threw the flag. That was his.
Ross came into this year, Jamie, just 5 carries officially for 33 yards, was still looking for his first touchdown of the year. He had he had a 39-yard touchdown run wiped out on penalties earlier this year. Another, I think it was 16-yard touchdown run wiped out. Wow. Penalties. So it's something where, unfortunately, Christian Ross cannot catch a break.
Stay with it, young man. He's just a sophomore, so a lot of good things still coming from him. With the penalty, it makes it 1st and 20. Clock is winding. Sullivan alone in the gun. Now Cybus in motion. The fake to him. Sullivan up the middle. He breaks into the secondary, and he's hit in the face, and there's no penalty flag thrown on what was about a 23-yard pickup.
Wow, that should have been a 15-yard penalty, Jamie. It looked like a blatant face mask violation. You saw Sullivan's face whip around.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's not a grasping of the face mask, you can't hit a guy in the head like that. The other officials, now's a good time to mention them. Nate Lay, Adam Loudon, Ray Arnone, and the back judge is Kyle Brown.
And for player safety, I don't care who it is. If it was Chardon that was on defense, you have to call that penalty.
It's Cybus now here on the near side into Rebel territory, and he goes down to the 37-yard line. Matt, that's a pickup of 14, and now this Chardon offense is really moving.
Well, a big run for Cybus. Cybus enters the game with about a 5.5 yard per carry average, Jamie, 5 touchdowns. And I like now what Chardon's doing. They're going back up the middle. Now they're being a little bit more unpredictable in what they're doing with the football on the ground.
This coaching staff fired up, as you can imagine. Cyrus is the fullback behind Sullivan. And now Ross also in the game. Barrett on a counter, and he's gobbled up, and I think he might have fumbled. They're saying no, he was down. A South player came up with it. It is a loss of 1 yard.
Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind, Jamie, is when you're playing against this 4-3 South defense, is their front line is very quick. They're very good. They have a lot of skilled athletes up front. And it's something where your running plays have to be quick. Your backs have to get to that line extremely quick.
Traditional wing T. Barrett is in motion. He is the ball carrier. He's got Cyrus in front of him, and Barrett slips, but it's a good pickup again. It'll be third down and short coming, maybe about 3 yards.
Now, it looked like that time the turf monster might have reached out and tripped him up. But a nice gain, Jamie. It's what this Hilltopper team needs. Just keep moving the ball forward.
A timeout as a Hilltopper is down on a knee. I don't know if that is Barrett.
That's Barrett.
It is Jordan Barrett. He looks to be okay. Trainer's coming out. Now here come some of the other coaches. 1:36 left, first quarter. We'll go ahead and take a break. No score here at Memorial Field. Well, Jordan Barrett comes off the field under his own power. He's talking with some of the assistant coaches. Brian Landes is one of them, and he looks to be okay, Matt. We saw him slip, and maybe that had something to do with it.
Could have just landed awkwardly and just shaken up on the play.
Important play coming here. It's 3rd and 3. There are 2 wideouts in the game. Cardina, one of them. And Cyrus goes straight up the middle on 3rd and 3, and he's going to be short, but not by much. The ball is on the 28-yard line, and so Matt, 4th down, 1 yard to go.
Now this is a no doubt about it. You got to go for it type situation now for the Hilltoppers.
Here we go.
A lot of options, Jamie. Let's see what they do.
Toppers going left to right toward the north end zone. Cyrus is behind Sullivan, who's under center. The snap, the give, Cyrus, first down. He got it by a couple of yards and just what they needed down to the 26-yard line.
Anthony Spellbar, a nice job then to take the legs out from underneath Cyrus and make the tackle. But Hilltoppers, Jamie, pick up a huge, huge first down. They keep the clock running. And now Chardon has burned all but 40 seconds in this opening quarter.
Could be the final play of the first frame. It's again Sullivan from the gun. Cyrus is in motion this time. The fake to him, Sullivan keeps it. He goes ahead positive yards on first down. He gets about 4. And so 20 seconds on the clock. That is the last snap Chardon would have to take. But here comes Zach Weiland, and now coaches say, no, Zach, come back. And so, Matt, the Chardon Hilltoppers right now, the theme for homecoming is where dreams come true. And I got to tell you, through 1 quarter, these seniors and these Hilltopper players are dreaming of maybe doing something special tonight.
Oh, they certainly are, Jamie. And we'll see what happens in the next 3 quarters of play. But for right now, if you're a Topper fan, you have to like what you're seeing.
Stay here. We'll be back at GTV. Well, the Hilltoppers are driving as we start the second quarter. It is 2nd down and 6. Chardon on the south 23-yard line. Weiland is lined up wide on the far side of the field. Andrew Gray is the tight end. Cyrus in the game, Sullivan under center. The give is to Christian Ross. He's got a blocker, cuts it up, and the sophomore is ahead for another Chardon first down. Good pickup on the play. And the ball now inside the 15. And we'll say it's on the 14. So, same offensive unit with Cardina now. Now the quarterback is from the gun. Cybus in motion. He's the ball carrier. He runs through and he's hit at the line and does not get anything.
Chardon has not had a lot of success going out of that shotgun formation right now. And, you know, in my mind, Jamie, and I'm kind of debating if I should say this or not, but it's almost like it's giving South too much time on the line and for the linebackers to come up and make a play.
Andrew Gray comes off the field. The back judge came up and saw something. I don't know if it's an equipment problem or what, but said he had to come off. So Fodor is in the game. It's 2nd down and 12. Sullivan turns, gives it straight ahead. Cybus, he falls forward for positive yards. Maybe back to the, well, we'll give him about 7 yards on the play. So 3rd down and about a long 5 coming.
No, Chardon just has to continue to move the football forward, gain some yards here, and just inch closer. Now might not be a bad time, Jamie, to try another QB run up the middle.
Andrew Gray is back in the game. He's dangerous down here, as we've talked about. Good hands, good size. Sullivan gives, running. Cybus inside the 5, goes to the 4, and they will stop the clock and say, let's see, is it a 1st down? It is. 1st down, Hilltoppers.
Another great run by Ben Cybus. And Ben Jr., 6'1", 207 pounds, and using the most of that 207-pound frame.
Timeout down on the field. The officials would like to discuss something. Oh, they just reversed. Now they'll say it's 4th down.
Surprised Mitch Hewitt isn't asking for a measurement here.
Well, the referee signaled 1st down, and he did it emphatically. But it turns out Chardon is just short. So a 4th down and inches play is coming. Ball on the 4-yard line. Now Mitch Hewitt is walking down, and he's talking to the line judge. And it's not going to matter. So offense out on the field. And the Hilltoppers are going to burn their 2nd timeout of the 1st half. And that might be a good decision, Matt, with some of the confusion down on the field.
Absolutely. It's always a good time to think it over and figure out what's going on.
10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Jamie, wanted to mention to everyone, if you follow GTV, you need to follow us on Twitter. And you can reach us on Twitter at GTV Replays. That is our handle. And you'll find all the latest replay news and other important information. So join us on GTV, and you'll get all your GTV news. Also, Jamie, the Maple Leaf, you guys have a great Twitter account for your sports department, and you do a wonderful job with it.
Yeah, Leaf Sports is our handle. And also, Matt, a great way to keep in touch with what we're doing is to sign up for our email service, and you can do that by going to geaugatv.org, and that way when we set the schedule, you'll be the first to know.
Absolutely. Good source of information and a great way to get that schedule. 4th and 1, Jamie, and of course Chardon's going to go for it. Sullivan
and the offense on the field. He's under center. Hard count. Fakes, keeps it, left side, touchdown!
From 4 yards out, Chardon strikes first.
Sullivan just got clipped on his hip, but walked in after that. And Matt, we've seen it time and time again. South there obviously knew what Chardon was going to do, run the ball, and yet, because of the deception of that wing tee, they get the score. Bobby Bukovac, the senior, is in for the extra point. Good snap and hold, and Bukovac's kick is good. So with 9:56 left here in the 2nd quarter, the Hilltoppers are on top of South 7-0.
Well, it's so important for the Hilltoppers to strike first, Jamie. Now you really have some momentum on your side, and now you're going to force South to try to catch up with you instead of vice versa.
Matt, you know, coming in, Willoughby South, they in the OHSAA Division II, their computer points, their Harbin points, top of their region. You look at the Ohio AP weekly poll, South is 4th in the area. Actually, 4th in the state. I take that back. The News Herald, in their top of the crop, has South placed 2nd, just behind Menor, no surprise. And so this is a team, Matt, that is the best around.
Oh, absolutely. In the Lake County Sentinel, they're ranked 2nd, just behind Kirtland, the defending state runner-up.
Yeah. It is been a good night here early for Chardon. Vukovic puts the ball on the tee, and back for Willoughby South is Andre Smith, number 3, and also 10, Dylan Caruso. Caruso, a senior. Smith is a sophomore. And Matt, special teams always so important. We see it week in and week out. Chardon works very hard at their special teams, and we'll see what they decide to do here. Chardon crazies like what they're seeing. It's a blackout tonight over in the north end zone. Vukovic approaches it and puts it in the air. Line drive right at one of the upbacks, who fields it and slips. He gets across the 30 to about the 33, and a good job by the coverage team.
Now it's up to the Hilltopper defense. And Jamie, this is a defensive unit that this year is holding opponents to 691 passing yards on the season, 789 yards on the ground.
Wow. Trips formation for South.
For South, that's almost half of what they do on a given Friday.
Russell Porter, again, dangerous, is in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Has time. Porter's now going to keep it, but the linebackers are there. Lippert hits him, and so does Jordan Barrett, number 23.
Now, you mentioned Nick Lippert, and Nick Lippert, 64 total tackles entering this game, 47 overall on the year, Jamie. Last week alone, he had 14 solo tackles, 3 assists.
A gain of 3. South coming right back up to the line. 4 wide receivers. The give is to number 5. That was DJ Green, and he stopped at the line after a couple yards.
That's only DJ's first run of the game. The other run we saw is from Andre Smith.
No, that might have been B.J. Lewis, actually. I take that back, number 15. It was B.J. Lewis. You're right, Matt. We haven't seen Green. He might, I don't know. Nothing in our game notes about him not playing tonight. Porter from the gun. He'll throw it. It's complete. And the Hilltoppers bury him at the 45, a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, Caruso could not get to the mark, and a great job by the linebackers and defensive backs. They knew where the stick was, and they were not going to let him pick up that first down.
So now the Rebels, again, this is where they're dangerous, because they came out before lined up sort of like this and they kicked it. Now they're in a similar situation. It looks like it could be a punt formation. No, they go for it. It's Lewis. He's stopped. It'll suspend the spot.
Well, it was an awkward pitch to Lewis. He was able to handle it, and now the officials.
First down. Referee stepped in, and boy, Matt, they needed about 1.5 yards, and they got about 1.5 yards and a few inches.
Yeah, just a little bit more, well, closer to about 2 yards on that pickup.
Again, trips here on the near side. 8 minutes to go here, second quarter. Porter from the gun. Blitz by Lippert. It's picked up. Porter deep down the sideline, and it's caught. A flag comes in.
Well, this could be interesting. There was a ton of pushing going on between Reggie Kendig, and I believe that was Cantans on the far side.
Kendig had the catch.
No, that wasn't. That was Stephen O, or Justin O.
And the penalty is going to go against Chardon. It's a pass interference call. It will be declined because Kendig made the catch and then fell forward. And so there is the big strike capability of the South offense.
Now, Madison last week just torched the Hilltopper secondary, and South knows that.
Back up and going. Ball's at the 10-yard line. It's first and goal for South. It's a bad snap. Porter picks it off the ground. He's being pressured and he goes down. He gets back to the line. Jordan Barrett on the tackle.
A good job by Jordan Barrett. Jamie, we haven't seen a lot of Jordan Barrett on defense, but we were told before the game he was going to get some playing time tonight in the linebacking spot, and so far he's made a difference.
He has. Second down, goal from the 10.
Now Joe Connick asking the crowd to make some noise.
There's 3 wide receivers in the game, 2 backs on each side of Porter, who's from the gun. There's the give. It's to number 3, Andre Smith. He goes forward for about 4 yards. And so it'll be a big third down and goal coming.
Now this is certainly 2-down territory for the Rebels.
The Hilltopper home crowd making some noise. I'm sure you can hear it at home. Ball on the 6-yard line. From the gun. Porter throws. End zone. It's picked off. Interception, Hilltoppers. And they bring it out across the 5 to about the 7-8-yard line.
Jimmy had a real tough time figuring out who picked it off. Maybe Lippert? I don't know. Now, even on the PA system, they didn't give a name.
That was Al Herner, who's the public address. Sean Maroney, I think, was the call. Who was going to play as that nickelback. And Coach Hewitt mentioned it before the game. 1st and 10, Hilltoppers from the 8-yard line. Sullivan gives it to Cybus, who is still on his feet, and the big man has broken through. 35-40, down to the 41. It's a gain of 34 yards.
That is a huge, huge, huge run. And now the Toppers on homecoming night have the momentum.
Wow, Weiland into the game, clock running at 6:30. Behind Sullivan is Cybus. Christian Ross is in the game, as is Jordan Barrett. Andrew Gray is a tight end in the slot, and that is motion. Hilltoppers first offensive penalty. No, I take that back. Of course, the hold, but it is a illegal procedure.
Jamie, the good news is with that Cybus run, it allowed Chardon some cushion where if they make a mistake, they're not going to be pinned back into their end zone.
Yeah, you're right. It'll cost them 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15.
Well, the Chardon crazies already going at it with the Rebel faithful, wanting to know why they're so quiet.
Wow, homecoming weekend, Matt. All week was Spirit Week, different themed days, Pajama Day, America Day. And here we are now with the dance tomorrow night. And the Hilltopper football team making everyone proud. Sullivan fakes to Cybus, goes ahead, and he gets maybe a yard on the play.
And not much going there. The D-line knew it was coming, and they shut it down. Mike Stanislow right in there, in on the tackle.
Joe Connick is being called into the game. Connick, a senior leader, both offensively and defensively. I think he's been a little bit disappointed with his play through the first 5 weeks, but he's battling injury, and he's still the heart and soul of this team in many ways. He's now the fullback on 2nd and 14. Turns, it is Connick. He goes ahead, carries a couple guys, and gets about 4 on the play.
Yeah, about a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage as he went right side. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Hilltoppers, Jamie. Would be nice right now if they could pick up about 8 or 9 yards and make it 4th and manageable, or maybe, a couple yards and then have to punt.
Clock is running. Connick again is in the game. Weiland is the split end here on the near side of the field. Hilltoppers going from right to left. Gittens is now the quarterback. Drew Gittens, the backup, goes down. He's sacked. Big loss down to the 30.
Well, Gittens will stay out there now to punt.
Didn't see why Sullivan came off exactly. He looks to be okay right now on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think that was just a something that they wanted to do. I think it was a normal play.
And now Christian Ross is calling the play, but he's just one of the upbacks. Chardon uses 3 upbacks. Gittens is in to punt on 4th and 20. Now 3 Hilltoppers in motion, and everybody's stacked here on the near side. Gittens rolls that way, kicks it in the air, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see.
Now that was maybe about a 20-yard punt.
Officials coming in, and there we go. So it'll be at about the 44, 43-yard line.
Well, it's time for the Topper D to once again step it up.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, D.
So the Hilltopper defense back out, trying to keep South off the scoreboard. Russell Porter is the quarterback. Again, tough snap. The give, and it's a loss. Number 99 was in there. Lippert was in there.
Jamie, do want to let our listeners know and our viewers know it has been confirmed DJ Green will not play tonight.
Okay.
Something that Coach Duffy didn't tell us prior to the game. So we will not see the explosive Mr. Green tonight. However, just because he's not playing does not mean that this South offense will not move the football, because they certainly can. They still have their receivers in there, Jamie, and you look at it between Kendig and Caruso, 2 guys that if they do that what they normally do tonight, they'll both be over 400 yards receiving.
Again, from the gun, he's got time. Porter steps up, throws high, and over the head of his intended target. That was Reggie Kendig, a Hilltopper. Threw his mitts up in the air.
No, that was Joe Connick, all 5'7" of them. And Jamie, if Joe had maybe about 3 inches on that frame, if he was 5'10" or 5'11", that would have been a pick.
Don't forget, Sean Maroney is back playing. The junior is playing safety right now. 3rd down and 10. 4 wide receivers for South. The Hilltoppers rush 4. And Fodor comes in and has the sack.
A big homecoming sack for the senior. And Fodor, you know, he's been quiet defensively, but good to see him getting in on the fun.
It is a loss on the play of 3. And so on 4th down with 2:50 and counting, offense again, 5 wide receivers. Porter is the quarterback. He's also the punter. He turns to the sideline to see what he should do.
By the way, that was Fodor's team-leading sixth sack of the season.
He's going to punt it. It's a good one. High and in the air. Connick going back, lets it hit. It takes a Hilltopper bounce, and Chardon will have possession at their own 24-yard line. Hey, congratulations to Peyton Tatanetti, who is the homecoming queen tonight. She was crowned before the game. Peyton is an outstanding track athlete and has been. I had a chance to talk with her, I think a couple years ago, when she was doing the pole vault. And so congratulations to her. We'll get to the rest of the court in just a moment. Sullivan under center. Ross in motion. And Sullivan, quick drop, and then he goes down at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that was a pass or a broken play or what.
Now, Jamie, you look at the situation right now. Chardon facing about a 2nd down and 10, 2:14 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. This half so far has gone Chardon's way, and the Hilltoppers would love to get one more score on the board here.
South will get the football to start the 2nd half. Wing T for Sullivan. Ross again in motion. Little scissor play. It was Barrett. He gets about 3 yards, and South is going to use a timeout. Coach Matt Duffy, who has a career record, Matt, of 81-31 with the Rebels, and he has been a mainstay here in what they've been able to accomplish.
Well, Jamie, you look at Matt Duffy as a coach, and he has become known for producing quarterbacks, for producing teams that have great offenses and can put up points on the board. Guys like Kareem Hunt, DJ Green, you know, the Whalens, Patrick Nicely, and right now Will Porter. So this is something where it's been an amazing program, a program that is looking to finally now, Jamie, maybe make a run in the playoffs. Last year, they lost to North Royalton in the, I think it was the regional quarterfinals, and that was the game where North Royalton, much like this game against Chardon tonight, the Bears controlled the clock, and then they went for the jugular and went through the air and really was able to take South out of their rhythm.
11 seasons Duffy has coached the Rebels, and he's taken this team to the playoffs the last 3 years. The last time Coach Duffy lost a pack game, it was here at Memorial Field in 2007. 3rd down and 9. Sullivan turns, gives to Cybus, going straight ahead, and there he goes. Wait, never mind, it was a fake to Cybus, and it's Christian Ross. No, it's Sullivan, and it's a 1st down.
1st down Toppers, moving the chains.
Gotta pay attention.
Well, and that's a huge 1st down, especially coming off of that timeout.
It certainly is. So now with 1:40, Chardon is left with 1 timeout. South has 2.
Let's go, Marty!
Sullivan taking his time. You wonder, Chardon maybe playing a conservative play. Cybus, though, has it. He's got about 6. And the Hilltoppers, Matt, not in any hurry. It looks like maybe one of these scenarios where Coach Mitch Hewitt might be content with the scoreboard right now.
Well, that he just might, Jamie, only be concerned about keeping the clock running, picking up 1st downs, and keeping South and their offense off the field until the start of the 3rd quarter, when they will kick off to Willoughby South.
Well, now Drew Gittens is in the game again, but this time he's going to replace Weiland, the split end. So Chardon has 2 quarterbacks on the field. 45 seconds and counting. It's 2nd down and 5. Hilltoppers on their own 44-yard line. And a flag, delay of game.
Yeah, that took way too long. But, you know, you mentioned the 2 quarterbacks, Jamie. We've seen that throughout the season where Gittens will line up as the split end, and more often than not, you know, he will end up just being that blocking end out there on the far side. Now they'll pull him off the field.
2nd down and 10 now after the penalty. Andrew Gray's in the game, as is Zach Weiland. We see Cybus Barrett is now lined up here near side. Hard count, Sullivan fakes, keeps it, running left side. The junior puts a head down and runs over the safety. Wow.
Now, he is very close to the 1st down. He might get it.
Now, this crew has not, they don't like to measure.
No, boy, how can you not measure that? That looks like it's way too close for the human eye.
These guys down the field, they got good vision. It doesn't matter. No one's going to call a timeout, and this probably will be the last play before halftime. It's 3rd and 1. Trickery. It's Gittens who's going to throw it left-handed. Gray catches it, and he's inside the 35 to the 31. It's a fancy play before halftime, but it is halftime.
Gittens' first official pass of the season.
And it's a completion. Nice job to the senior. And the Chardon Hilltoppers have done, honestly, what we didn't suspect they would do in the 1st half, and that is keep South off the scoreboard and put up 1 touchdown themselves. Boy, Matt, this is shaping up to be a special night. Stay with us. The South Band is going to perform first if you're listening live, and then the Chardon Hilltopper Band will follow, and we will be back then with the 3rd quarter here on GTV.
Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field this evening by Senior Field Commander Natalie Clark. Our Assistant Field Commander is Callie Weber on piccolo. Up first this evening, we give you a sneak peek of our new video game show that we will be performing at our next home game. Tetris is a puzzle game with 4 segment pieces. It was designed by a Soviet programmer and released in 1984. You might have played it on your old Commodore 64. Watch now as we play our version of Tetris. Our Topperettes are not eaten by a lion. They were not in a mudslide, and they are not dancing at an East Side nightclub. They are here to entertain you with a popular tune by the group Train. With captains Katie Vatican and Jesse Lane, here is 50 Ways to Say Goodbye. Party Train is a 1983 song by the Gap Band, released on their 7th album, Gap Band 5, Jammin'. It peaked at number 3 on the R&B charts, featuring our percussion section, a band dance, and majorettes with Captain Emily Hummel. Here is Party Train. everyone put your hands together for the Chardon High School fight song.
Are back. Great job by both bands as usual. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski, so glad that you've joined us here on GTV. It is homecoming weekend, and the Chardon Hilltoppers have not disappointed this capacity crowd on the home side, Matt, with a 7-0 lead through the first 2 quarters.
Jamie, the defense has been in charge in this game, and Chardon's defense right now holding South to a grand total of 56 yards.
Wow.
1 rushing yard, 55 passing yards. It is very un-South-like. This is really what Geneva did against South, but Chardon doing a far better job right now. And the Hilltoppers, at this point in time, Jamie, need to continue that defensive pressure in the second half. Boy, I'll tell you what, a win here tonight by the Hilltoppers could give the PAC to Madison. Keep that in mind.
And it would put Chardon.
And they play next week, Madison and South.
It would put Chardon back into the playoff picture. And coming out of the huddle is Bukovic, whose kick is up in the air, fielded by Matt Wyatt, who's across the 20 to the 25, and he's brought down at the 27. There is a flag.
Be interesting to see what the flag is. That came in very, very late.
The South offense. It's a block in the back against the Rebels.
Now, first penalty of the game for South.
Wow. You'd think with the score, they had been penalized. But they will start now on the 16-yard line.
Well, for Chardon, this is really the game here in a nutshell, Jamie. If you can play defense the rest of these 24 minutes and you play it solidly, you can win.
And another flag comes down, and they'll call offside penalty on the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, that time it looked like one of the D linemen jumped, tried to get back and couldn't do it.
That was, I think, Marty Kepler. Maybe number 70.
Maybe even Lemaster out that way, one of the two.
Anyway, it's 1st and 10. No, it's 1st and 5. Here we go, a lot of movement. The quick throw is complete here in the flat. Running for the first down is number 10. He spins, he stays on his feet. And finally, that was 20, Maroney, who finally rode him out of bounds. Big play by Dylan Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso entered this game the second leading receiver for the Rebels. 21 receptions, 359 yards, 4 touchdowns.
And another penalty flag, this one against South.
Boy, we criticized the Zebras earlier for maybe a lack of penalties, and now that's all they're doing.
So, mark it back. Right back to inside the 11, ball sitting close to the 10.
I got it. What was the theme? It was a Disney theme?
Yeah, where dreams come true.
The flag's like a flying carpet.
There you go. We've seen some Aladdin tonight, especially during the parade. Back to pass. It's Porter. He's going to run. Near side, he's got a lane, and he goes out of bounds after a big gain, a first down, and he's at about the 29-yard line.
Was a nice block by Dylan Caruso. Caruso came over, cut off one of the, I think it was the linebackers for Chardon, to keep that outside lane free for Porter. Porter, the leading rusher for the Rebels tonight, who do not have DJ Green here, folks, if you're just joining us.
Porter from the gun. has time, throws, it's behind his intended target, and it was almost picked off. That was Jordan Barrett, the Hilltopper, who was there. If you're the defensive coaches here, Matt, Brian Landes, Bob Francis, you have to know that the secondary is going to need some help because South is so deadly through the air.
Yeah, expect to see a lot of nickel and dime packages.
2nd down and 10. Again, 5 wide receivers for the Rebels. Porter will look at the sideline. Now he'll come back, reset. 2nd down and 10. Quick pass complete. Caruso in the flat, and he's brought down for a loss.
Boy, that whole linebacking core for the Hilltoppers in there in a hurry, Jamie, to snuff that play out. What I like to see, aggressive, you're going to the ball, you're gang tackling.
It's now 3rd down and 10. 5 wide again. The old run and shoot. It'll be a lot of shoot here in the 2nd half. Porter with time wide over the middle. He's hit though, tackled, and he's brought down, and he's short of the 1st down. Gang tackling by the Hilltoppers has him at least 2, if not 3 yards short.
Yeah, it looked like Lippert, Connick, Maroney. I think I saw Justin Owen there as well. Way too many toppers to name, and now 4th down. You have to think this is going to be a punting situation for South, but with the way that they've lined up for punts in this game, you know, they're in that offensive formation.
It's going to be hard to tell because their quarterback is the punter. What usually happens is Porter takes a peek over. They're going to go for it. There's the run on the end around, and it is a 1st down by Andre Smith. He got about 4.5 yards to the Chardon 40-yard line.
And he went up in the air and earned that the hard way.
So, big play. Coach Duffy, Matt, showing some confidence. And again, it's 5 wide.
It was a nice call by Duffy.
Nobody with Porter. He's all alone. Gray on the pass rush. Now there's a flag.
2 of them.
Scrambling. Porter had good yards. Now another flag comes in late as Porter got hit by the sidelines. That's probably going to go against Chardon.
That's not good because the other 2 flags were in Chardon's favor.
Well, let's see. 3 flags on the ground, 2 different infractions. And so
now it's going to be a holding against South, that's for certain. And now the referees are huddling, and you have to think they're talking about if that was maybe a personal foul against Chardon. Could this be offsetting? We'll find out.
Our referee signals first. It's the hold against Chardon, and then it's the dead ball. Or I'm sorry, the hold is against South. The dead ball is against Chardon, and it is offsetting. They're going to repeat 1st down. They go back. Nevertheless, Matt, 9:46 left here, 3rd quarter. It's 7-0 Chardon.
Well, right now for the Hilltopper defense, this is the drive. You do not want to let South come out of the gate, come out of the locker room at halftime, and get points on the board. So they're actually, because of the different penalties, it's going to end up being 1st and like 14. So some South goes backward a little bit. Porter is in the gun. Again, 5 wide receivers for the Rebels. Coach Duffy running down the sidelines. He's signaling to his senior quarterback, letting him know what he wants. Duffy wearing that powder blue hat. Porter scrambling, escapes the rush, going up the middle, breaking tackles, and a big gain into Chardon territory. Now Connick in to bring him down. And boy, that time the pass rush was around the QB, and Porter just took off up the middle, Jamie, and he had a lot of running room.
Down to the 46-yard line.
The thing about Will Porter is he doesn't have the speed to where you need to put a spy on him, But boy, Chardon just cannot give him the middle. A couple guys got to stay home.
Back at it. And another flag. And this one will go against Willoughby. Dead
Boy,
ball.
the Rebels, no first half penalties. And this is, I think, penalty number 4 for them on this drive.
It's very strange.
You have to wonder, Jamie, are nerves maybe now getting into play for the Rebels?
The Chardons had a couple as well. Opening drive of the second half. And there's another one. It's Dylan Caruso this time who didn't know the snap count.
You know, I'm wondering if they're using a silent snap count and just not all on the same page.
Wow, mark it back again, 5 more. 1st and 20. Clock again winding. Well, we had a 44-minute first half, Matt. It was very quick. Hilltoppers kept the possession. They lead again 7-0. Russell Porter turns to the sideline. Let's see if the Rebels are all on the same page.
I was going to say, Jamie, with all these penalties, this might be a half-an-hour possession.
It's a low snap. Porter throwing deep, and coming in, making the play is number 7, Justin O. He lost his helmet.
His knee kicked the helmet off, and he is down on the ground in a little bit of pain.
Justin is a junior. He's a defensive back, and Matt, he was dropped back in what looked to be a cover 2, and then he came on, made a great play, but let's hope for the Hilltoppers' sake that he's okay. We'll pause and be back on GTV. Back, Justin O is off the field, Matt, and he seems to be okay.
Yeah, he does, and it's a very good sign, walking off under his own power. So for the Hilltoppers, they're going to have to bring in, I believe that's Thompson. Indeed it is. Riley Thompson's in the game now.
Riley Thompson, number 8, is a junior. He's now in. It's 2nd down and 20. Porter has time. Now he is blitzed, and he is brought down by LeMaster.
Boy, LeMaster, he has been playing some D-line in this game, and it's been a great move.
What a play. Move him back, Matt, even further. The line to gain is way over in Chardon territory. They're going to call it 3rd down and 28. The ball is on the 36-yard line. O is back in the game.
For Pete, that was his 3rd sack of the year.
LeMaster's a great Chardon family. Here we go, 3rd down and long. He's got time. He's now scrambling. He's going to step up. A lot of Hilltoppers there. Nothing doing. Positive yards, maybe about 10, but nowhere near the 1st down.
Joe Connick, a nice job to wrap him up and bring him down.
So, again, South, as we've mentioned before, a little unorthodox in their special teams. Chardon kind of does the same thing at times. You're never quite sure if Drew Gittins might take the snap and go with it, but we can be pretty sure that Russell Porter is going to punt it here, even though the offense is on the field. He does. Kicks it, nobody back for Chardon, and it takes a south bounce inside the 15, maybe inside the 10.
That was towards the 10.
And so a great special teams play by South, and that's what they needed.
Last time the Chardon was pinned back deep was off the interception by Sean Maroney, and then Ben Sivas ripped off, what was it, like a 30-yard run or something like that? So maybe good things can happen again. When you look at the first half stats, Jamie, for this Hilltopper offense, first time we've seen them here in the 3rd quarter. Silas, 11 carries, 85 yards. Sullivan, 10 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. Andrew Gray, 1 reception for 21 yards.
Those same guys out on the field. In motion is number 1, Teddy Gould. He doesn't get the ball, though. It is kept, I believe, by Sullivan in the pile. He goes forward for maybe a yard.
We mentioned prior to this drive, South only picked up 56 first half yards. Chardon's total 204. 26 through the air. 178 on the ground, and they were penalized 3 times for 20 yards.
Another Hilltopper is down, and I don't know if that's Cyrus.
That's cramping is what that is. And, folks, it is a warm, warm night here at Chardon Memorial. A lot of us are in shorts and a T-shirt, and for these players, cramping will become an issue. You really had to be hydrated throughout this whole week. It was very warm throughout the week of practice in the 70s and in the 80s. And this cramping, it may be a case of not having enough electrolytes in your system.
It could be. We will see. We'll go ahead and pause just for a moment. Coach Hewitt coming off, and we'll be back on GTV. And back here, Ben Cyrus is going to jog off the field. So that's a very good sign. Again, the fullback, as Matt mentioned, the leading rusher on this Hilltopper team. They need to have him. They're already a fullback down with Matt Bolden, who hasn't played at all this season, was the second leading rusher last year. And so coming to the line of scrimmage, the clock is moving at 7:05, and it is second down and 8. Sullivan is under center. Turns, gives, and the Rebels eat up the Hilltopper ball carrier, pushing him backward.
Yeah, nothing going there. But, you know, if you're South, you've got Chardon pinned back deep. You had some success moving the football when your offense was on the field. You'd like to get a 3-and-out stop here and bring your O back on the field. For the Hilltoppers, Jamie, this is a huge third down play. They would love to get this 8 yards and keep the clock running.
We have not seen Chardon throw the ball, but I think twice, and not in big situations. Sullivan breaks it on the outside. First down, Chardon, across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
A big, big carry by Sullivan, and Stephen Jeffries was the only Rebel out there to be able to bring him down. And really, I think Jeffries might have saved a long touchdown.
Wow, he had some running room to be sure. Again, Ben Cyrus is out of the game for the Chardon Hilltoppers. He's being looked at here on the near side by the Chardon athletic trainer. Now there's 2 split ends in the game. It's Christian Ross and Zach Weiland. Sullivan back from the gun. Man in motion. It is Connick with the give. Bounces outside. Still on his feet. He's hit hard. He's got a couple yards. He stayed in bounds.
Well, a nice run by Connick to the outside. Couldn't quite get the yardage that he want. Pickup of maybe 3 yards on that carry, but boy, he is tough, and he took a good couple hits there.
Connick more used to delivering hits like that than receiving them. Second down and 7. Chardon again working this game clock. 5:20 and counting. Sullivan fakes the give up the middle. Running room, spinning, still on his feet across the 40 to the 41, and it's another Chardon first down.
Now, the South Rebels are learning that you cannot just put a hand on Patrick Sullivan and take him down, because he will just spin out like he did that time, Jamie. You have to really wrap him up and bring him down. And for Chardon's junior, the leading non-running back rusher on this team, he's picking up some nice yardage and keeping Chardon's hopes of a victory alive.
First down and 10. It looks like Cyrus might be back. He is. Sullivan is hit hard. He lost yards. He turned around, and I don't know that he was on the same page with his fullback. Goes back to the 40, maybe a loss of 1.
You know, Mike Mauser and Matt Schmidt in there, the defensive end and defensive tackle, came in for the stop.
So, Sullivan has been so good. You know, he had only 1 fumble and 1 interception before that Madison game, and it was a game really, Matt, the whole team would like to erase from their memories.
Yeah, Mitch Hewitt talked about not even wanting to view part of the game tape.
Right, that's the first half. And there was a problem there, but the give is to Christian Ross, who breaks 1 tackle, running wide, and he gets some positive yards, but he's well short of the first down, maybe to about the 43-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and we'll say about 7 upcoming, maybe 8.
Boy, Christian Ross, he can make some marvelous cuts on the field.
Yeah,
but
he's fast.
You have to get him running in the right direction. If you have him running parallel to the line markers, that won't do it. You need him to be running parallel to the sidelines.
The Chardon Hilltoppers with their first possession of the second half. They're using some clock. They were pinned deep to start. Now they're on their own 43-yard line. Man in motion. It's to him. Running here is Ross. 45, cuts it up. He's hit at about midfield. He's going to be short. He gets a very generous spot, but what do you say, Matt? About a yard.
Short.
1 yard shy, and it's right at midfield, and I don't think there's any doubt about what Chardon will do here.
No doubt whatsoever. For the Hilltoppers, they are going for it.
Mitch Hewitt said it many times to us, Matt. He likes to go for it. He believes that if his team can't get 1 yard, they don't deserve to win the game. It can backfire, but it's been pretty good for him in 3 years. Here we go. 4th and 1. Wing T. Sullivan gives straight ahead. First down, Cybus.
Wonderful call by the Chardon Hilltoppers. Cybus between the guards, picking up the first down. He just saw a little hole, Jamie, took advantage of it. And Chardon, most importantly, continuing to burn time off the clock on this drive.
I think about with the Disney-themed homecoming, the movie Remember the Titans, when Denzel Washington said, it's like Novocaine, just give it time, it always works. And the Chardon offense, no matter what, sticks with what works, and it almost always does. Sullivan now running, and he fumbled, but the referee says he was down.
He was down. No doubt about that.
So we got about 3 yards. I mean, we marveled at it last year, the Hilltoppers with a 10-win season, but time in and time again, they line up on 4th and short, and they just give it to the fullback, and they need 1, 2, or 3, and they get 5 or 6.
They, more often than not, Jamie, find a way to do it. And that's what the good programs do.
Clock is running. 1:34. Michael Cardina, the junior, is a split end here near side. The Hilltoppers going from left to right from where we're sitting on the home side. And straight up the middle is Cybus. He lost his helmet. Got up quickly, takes his helmet, and now he's going to come off the field on 3rd down. He got maybe a yard on that play, maybe 2, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Now, once again, Jamie, it seems that we've been saying it this drive. Chardon facing another big 3rd down.
The other nice thing about this Hilltopper offense is, you almost feel like you got two cracks at it. Basic wing T. In motion, there's the give. Joe Connick, he's running forward. He's hit hard, but he's still churning. He does not have the first down, and he's going to be a solid 2 yards shy. Another lost helmet. This time it's Connick. That's a 3rd lost helmet we've seen this half.
Boy, the Hilltoppers, they have to keep their helmet on. When the helmet comes off, you have to come out.
4th down and 2. Connick must come out. You're right. They will go for it. Ball is on the 38-yard line. Crowd making some noise here at Memorial Field. The snap. The give. No, he fakes it, and it's a first down to Barrett.
Wow.
The Rebels swarm the fullback, and Barrett gets the 7 yards.
And that's what the wing T will do, Jamie. So much misdirection that a lot of times you don't know who has the ball. These schools, and you talk with the coaches throughout the pack, do you know how they practice for Chardon? They won't give anybody the ball. They just want you to hit somebody and take them down.
Yeah, they picked the wrong guy on that play. 1st and 10, final play of the quarter. Straight ahead and getting the tough yards. Cybus He gets 6 or 7, and Chardon has now done it for 3 quarters. Wow. They've kept the Rebels off the board, and they've kept the clock moving.
Jamie, this could very well be a fairy tale ending for Chardon tonight.
Fans on their feet and all smiles here in Chardon. We will pause and come back for the 4th and final quarter. You're watching varsity football on GTV. Well, there are 12 minutes on the scoreboard, and the Hilltoppers are driving. 2nd down and 5 from the south 29-yard line. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski, Brian Foster, Chris Graw on the cameras, Dave Jevnikar producing, and Brett Ayer is back on in the studio. 2nd down. And the give, no, it's a fake to Cyrus. Sullivan on his feet inside the 25 to the 20. He stays in bounds, but the clock will stop because of the 1st down.
Yeah, the clock will temporarily stop, but he came right in the vicinity of our camera down there along the sidelines. And Jamie, the Hilltoppers are on a mission this drive.
Be careful, Brian Foster down there on the sidelines. Well, I don't know which senior, Matt, wished upon a star this morning or last night, but what a game we have seen. Again, Sullivan under center. It's 1st and 10 from the 19. Christian Ross is in motion. He's got the ball. He's going far side, breaks 1 tackle, gets to the corner, and he's out of bounds. Another 1st down.
Boy, Christian Ross, what a motor that young man has. When you look at him, Jamie, just a sophomore, 5'9", 177. He looks so quick. And in another big run, he just keeps inching closer and closer to getting his 1st touchdown. Penalties have wiped them off for him. We saw that happen against North and nearly here earlier tonight. But, boy, that young man will find the end zone quite often in the next couple of years here at Chardon.
It is 1st down in goal. Sullivan fakes it, keeps it, spins, goes ahead for a couple yards.
Well, this is the area where the Hilltoppers have struggled at times, Jamie. With not that many yards to go, teams will really start to pile in and put everybody in the box and focus on the run.
Into the game, Zach Weiland.
This is one of those situations where, Andrew Gray can be a very effective target in the end zone. The Maryland recruit, great hands.
Gray is in the game. He's in the slot on the near side of the field to Sullivan's left. He gives it, running. Here he comes. Ross, 4-3. Is there a signal? There is. Touchdown. With 10:39 to play, the Hilltoppers have taken a 13-0 lead.
Wow, Christian Ross, a 5-yard touchdown run. We were just talking about the young man, and it's great to see he's being used as a weapon in the Chardon offense. With his speed, he is just so tough to catch up with. High snap on the PAT, but Bukkovic puts it through. And Jamie, if you would have asked me coming here tonight, do you think Chardon's going to have a 2-touchdown lead in the 4th? I would have said probably not the way that they've been playing, but boy, this is a whole new Hilltopper team. This is the team that we saw last year make that playoff run.
From last week, Matt, it's been a whole new world for the Hilltoppers, and they are now defensively, now it's the defense. It's in their hands, and they have played very well. The secondary in particular. Madison threw for 5 touchdowns last week on this same secondary, and here tonight, it's been a completely different story.
Yeah, they were just picking apart the Hilltopper secondary. And Chardon it's mostly the same players. There's a few new guys here and there, but folks, they're leaving me speechless with how well they're playing tonight. It's not what you'd expect from this Hilltopper team, having seen them 5 games into this season. And Mitch Hewitt will gladly take this effort tonight.
Bobby Bukovic runs up and sends it high in the air. What a kick. The South guy falls down on the 2-yard line. Oh my.
Stephen Jeffries could not handle it. He slipped. Now, dew is beginning to form, so the surface is a little slick, but you have to be aware of your footing.
He was backpedaling, he caught it, and the knee touched the ground. That is a big break for Chardon.
And Jamie, that's a mistake too. If you're backpedaling near the 5 on a kickoff, let it go. It goes in the end zone, you get the ball at the 20-yard line.
So the South offense is huddled up over by the South sideline. Can assume that's one of the assistant coaches, maybe the offensive coordinator, who was out talking to his team. And now all of those Hilltopper fans that are standing over in the south end zone, they can make some noise here. Motion, the give, straight ahead to number 15. That's B.J. Lewis. He gets positive yards, maybe about 5. And so second down is coming. South going into a no huddle. They've run the no huddle much of the night. They don't do a traditional huddle. They make their decisions at the line of scrimmage. Coming into the game, Reggie Kendig, number 41 for South. Again, they run it, this time near side, and Andre Smith is hit hard. He goes out of bounds. He has a first down. And so the chains will move.
Now, folks, when you think about this, in this second half, there has only been 2 possessions. One by South, which they did not score, and the Hilltoppers, 1 possession, which they did score. So,
back at it, Russell Porter.
Time is becoming of the essence for the Rebels.
Takes the snap from the shotgun, throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Smith, and he goes to the ground. A good throw and a good catch for about 16.
Well, this is Will Porter time now for South. The South running game has been stalled without DJ Green here tonight, and it's going to be up for Will Porter. It's going to be on his shoulders if this team wins or loses tonight.
Right back at it. Again from the gun. Porter is going to go down, another sack. That one was Fodor and LeMaster, each coming from a side, and I think Gray was the one who pushed him into him.
No, they did. Now Max Manko's going to come out to help clog up that middle.
Manko, big number 73. Second down and 15, and a penalty flag comes, and it's going to go against South. Illegal procedure. We saw the penalties kill the Rebels' opening drive of the second half, not doing them any favors here.
No, if they had 3 wishes from a magic lamp, I bet one would be to take away all the penalties.
Second down, long. Vibrations here in the bleachers. Porter drops back, rolling. He's got plenty of time. Fodor chasing, throwing it deep over the middle, and it's picked off!
Justin O!
Oh my! The junior, he got it at the 47-yard line. The Chardon 47, and it comes with 8:58 to play.
Jamie, there's just something in the air tonight here on homecoming. Yeah. And I don't know how to quite describe it to you folks, but it is magical here right now in Chardon.
Offense coming back out. Sullivan is from the gun. In motion, Sivas. He's got it, running ahead, and he falls forward to midfield, gets about 3.
Yes, Cybus was tripped up, and that trip up came very, very late at the line. Matter of fact, it was B.J. Lewis who came in and got him.
Zach Weiland into the game. We've seen Weiland, we've seen Cardina bring the plays in, but the Hilltoppers have not had to throw the ball. Sullivan under center, turns, fakes the Cybus, has a running lane, flag though comes in. And it's not in a good spot for the Hilltoppers.
No, it is not. And one of the split ends, or actually one of the wing backs, Christian Ross, is going to get called for the holding penalty.
Yeah, we will march back. It is a hold against Chardon. It comes again at 2nd down, 8:14 to go. Each team with 3 timeouts. The Hilltoppers lead 14-0. The penalty moves them back to their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's a big penalty, but nothing that Chardon can't overcome.
Now a pistol formation. Sullivan, Cybus in motion to his right. Ross in motion to his left. Sullivan fakes, goes ahead. He stopped at the line, no gain.
Well, Stanislaw right there to bring him down. The senior, 6'1", 250. Knew that was coming. We saw South in the 3rd quarter face a 3rd and what the heck was it, 28 or something like that? Well, Chardon, this is just as bad for them now, 3rd and 17.
Cybus, Ross, Barrett in the game. Normal group. The fake to Cybus. Sullivan goes backward, and he loses about 5 on the play. So that drive, not a success. Punt team comes out onto the field. It's 3rd and 20. 4th and 20, I'm sorry, 4th down.
Well, Drew Gittins will need a better punt than he had the last time out.
It's critical. Back for Willoughby is Dylan Caruso, number 10. He's the only guy back.
For those of you wondering, this South Rebels team has played a lot of close games this year.
Gittins with a booming kick sends Caruso back. He fumbled it, and he picked it up. We think a late penalty flag comes in. Officials do signal that it's South's ball. And what's the flag?
Now it'd be in the area of blocking behind the back. Or blocking the back, I beg your pardon.
Wow. Once again, Matt, that was the second. Bukovic put a charge into one. This time it's Gittins. All of these guys, these seniors, are really having a night. It is against South. That's a costly penalty. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the scoreboard. They'll go half the distance to the goal. And I'm tempted to say, Matt, that this South offense can score quickly, but we haven't seen it tonight.
No, they haven't. Part of the reason being is they've been under so much pressure throughout the night that Will Porter hasn't had that much time to sit back and throw the football.
Porter from the gun has time. No Chardon rush. He's going to step up and run it again. Positive yards, but only about 4. And Matt, this secondary is really closing down the lanes.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm extremely pleasantly surprised in how well this secondary is performing tonight. And it's something that we know that they've worked on extensively throughout the week, and that practice has finally paid off.
Porter has it, throwing far side. Wide open is Kendig. He makes the catch, and he's brought down immediately by Connick. So big play, takes it out to the 38-yard line.
Of course, I open my mouth when that play happens.
Clock stopped because of the first down, 6:04.
You wonder how potent is the South offense. Last week in just one half, Russell Porter, 7 of 9, 300 yards and 5 passing touchdowns against University.
4 wide receivers set with 1 tailback. Porter has time, throwing it deep downfield over his intended target and over the head also of Justin O. He was the only one who could have potentially caught that.
It was
football.
a great coverage by Justin O.
Don't forget, it's homecoming weekend, and you can see the homecoming festivities starting from this morning at the pep rally, the parade, and all of that stuff. Go to geaugatv.org for replay, dates, and times. 2nd down and 10. Fans here kicking the bleachers, and that pass incomplete, nowhere near either intended target. I don't know if it was 10 or 3, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, I think the quarterback, Mr. Porter, heard some footsteps and just tried to get the ball away.
Back to the line. South on their own 38-yard line.
Boy, these fans, Jamie, have been just loud. You hear them stomping their feet.
They're going to bring our equipment down. The tent. Porter on 3rd down, throwing. It's caught. Kendig 1st down. Needed 10. He got about 14 over midfield to the Chardon 49-yard line.
Reggie Kendig is a huge target, a junior, 6'2", 190.
Clock stops because Kendig went out of bounds.
On the year for Kendig, 11 receptions, 316 yards, 5 touchdowns. One of the 2 go-to receivers, him and Caruso.
From the gun, Porter. Low snap, he pump fakes, now he goes deep again looking for Kendig. He is really zeroed in, and Kendig, who is listed as a wide receiver, is a big, very big young man, 6'2", 190. Really, Matt, looks more like a high school tight end.
Yeah, and Justin O is 5'7", 162, so he's about 30 pounds on him, plus, what is that?
7 inches.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10.
And Justin's winning that battle.
Quick throw, it's caught. And coming here near side, close to a 1st down, Andre Smith. He will have it with the marker. It's at the Chardon 39-yard line.
Now South having some success moving the football now. And Jamie, they've done it by just completely abandoning the run.
Yeah. Right now it's B.J. Lewis is the tailback. Porter again from the gun. Low snap again. There's been a lot of those. He's going to keep it up the middle. Now he throws. Pass caught and turning it upfield. Big play to about the 11-yard line. That was Matt Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt been very quiet tonight, but a huge pass there. Situation for South now, Jamie, is they're going to face an and goal situation. And it's tough to spread everybody out within that little 20-yard box now. However, for Chardon, there's a player down near the 28-yard line.
It is Peter Lemaster, who is the senior, has played some defensive end tonight. Linebacker, he's down, and he's being attended to. Not sure of the severity. And with that, we'll pause, and we'll be back on GTV. And back here, Pete Lemaster is come off the field again under his own power. The Rebel offense wastes no time. They go right up to the line of scrimmage. It is 1st down and 10.
Well, without Lemaster there, that's a huge loss right now for the Toppers.
1st and goal from the 10. So the sticks are gone. They've got to go the full 10 though. And now Porter is rushed. He throws. It's caught. And it's a touchdown.
Boy, they had 2 guys with a chance to get their hands around Will Porter, but the big touchdown pass, touchdown to Andre Smith. And now South is right back in this game with less than 5 minutes to play.
A big score, the first of the night. And on for the extra point is number 25, Brad Nelson. He has had a very light load today as the senior. Extra points, though, are important. Nelson booms it through into the Chardon Crazies, who are here in full force tonight. And so it's now 14-7. And Matt, I guess the Hilltoppers, they know at this point with South having as many, they've got all 3 timeouts, so if they can get maybe 3 or 4 first downs in this drive, they could put this game away.
Well, it'd be even better to score 7 more and to put no doubt about this. Right now for the Hilltoppers, you need to play solid fundamental football, Jamie. No mistakes, no penalties, and you cannot turn the football over. This Willoughby South team, folks, if you're wondering, well, have they played some close games? Absolutely they have. In their second game of the year, they went into overtime against Mayfield, and it was a 2-point conversion by the Rebels, which led them to a 42-41 victory. I'm sorry, it was a missed 2-point conversion by Mayfield that allowed South to have a 42-41 victory. And then a week later, they played Solon Thursday night at home, a game that they were trailing at halftime, interrupted by a horrific thunderstorm. They played the next day, and South dominated in the second half of that one.
It looks like the Hands team is on the field for the Hilltoppers as Nelson approaches the ball. He does a line drive, sort of a squib, picked up at the 15 by Cantanzariti, breaks a tackle. He's across the 20, down to the 23-yard line. And so, Patrick Sullivan and the Chardon offense comes back out onto the field. They've done, basically, Matt, just enough. They haven't been fantastic with the big plays like we've seen, but they've been efficient, and they've done just enough to keep this South offense off the field.
Yeah, this is a South offense that over the last 2 games has given up about 10 points a game.
The give, Cybus running ahead, breaks into the secondary, and the big man has 13 yards on first down.
Well, I just loved how he made that nice little cutback at the line. A little counter right there, across the 35 to the 36, Jamie. And Chardon just needs to continue to do that. Get up, get the first down.
I see now one of the assistant coaches is saying, make sure there's no reason. You see now Sullivan's going to watch the back judge. When the back judge sees that there's 5 seconds on the play clock, he's going to hold his hand up, and that means it's time to go. Here it is. 1st and 10. Barrett in motion. Sullivan turns. No, he fakes. He keeps it. He's running, and he's pushed out of bounds across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, a great gain, about 6 or 7 on that run, Jamie. Unfortunately, he did go out of bounds, but the nice thing was you just picked up a big chunk of yards.
Yeah, not much he could do there.
Now, if you're going to go out of bounds, you at least better get 6 or 7.
The full complement right now behind Sullivan. Cybus shifts over a little bit to the left. Here we go. The give is to Cybus. He's running ahead. He gets to the 45, where he's stopped, and he's about a ½ yard shy of the first down.
Well, the good news for the Hilltoppers is now you have 2 runs to basically pick up, let's say, 2 feet.
Yeah, and now this is where a head coach becomes a head coach on both sides, because with the timeouts and the clock, this is where the adults have to know how to manage, and we'll see what Coach Duffy decides to do. Sullivan does what he's supposed to do. There's the signal, 3rd and short. Hard count, turns, Cybus, first down, 50 into South territory.
Well, the clock will temporarily stop while they reset the chains, and then they'll go again. It's going to be interesting to see what Matt Duffy does.
This is where the hard decisions are made. They do not call a timeout, and so we're running. 3:15 and counting. Cardina brings in the play. What do you think, Matt? Cybus is a pretty good option in this situation.
They've got 3 good options there in the backfield.
There's the signal. Sullivan turns, gives to Cybus. Again, he breaks into the secondary, and he goes out of bounds. He was close.
Now, he was forced out of bounds. You hate to see that happen. You really want to stay in play, but again, they're moving the chains. But
Big
boy,
play.
Jamie, if I hate to say it, if you think you're going to be heading out of bounds, just go down before you head out of bounds at this stage.
2nd down and 7. Or I'm sorry, 3. It was a 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Weiland is into the game. We have seen the traditional Chardon wing T offense here on this drive. They're in it again. Nobody in motion this time. They fake one way. Ross goes the other on the scissor. Counter play. 1st down. He got about 5.
Jamie, I hesitate to say this, but I think with 2:45 to go and as they'll start the clock running again.
It is a timeout. South has decided to use their first timeout. Matt, if you look, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to pause since we know there'll be a couple more timeouts here coming. Stay with us. You don't want to miss the end of this one on GTV. And we're back here after the timeout. South with 2 left. It's 1st and 10 for Chardon. Cardina's in the game, and it's Barrett, Ross, and Sivas behind Sullivan, who is the quarterback. He's under center. Justin Baker is the center. He's been reliable. Sivas straight ahead. He's hit. He falls forward for maybe a couple yards, and immediately South will use its 2nd timeout. And so, Matt, let's keep it here because we should mention a couple things. One is Chardon hasn't beaten South since 2007. And really, the last few years, it hasn't been close. Last year, 35-14. The year before, 36-21. The year before that, 62-14.
Now, there are some ugly games in there, but right now, for potentially the first time since October 26, 2007, when Chardon, here at Chardon Memorial, defeated visiting South that day, 31-22. The Rebels have gone on a 31-game unbeaten Premier Athletic Conference winning streak. Folks, it could be ending tonight. And you can just feel the nervousness, the excitement. But boy, for these Hilltoppers, Jamie, can you feel the love tonight? It's here in Chardon.
2nd down and 9. Only 1 timeout left for South. Wow. Here we go. Sullivan under center. Ross and Sivas behind him. He fakes, and he goes down. He lost yards. Sullivan kept it, and that is the final timeout. And so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Now, this is huge now, Jamie, because Chardon now in 2 straight runs has done absolutely nothing with the football. And South been able to stop the clock. They've burned through all their timeouts. So on this 3rd down play, Chardon's going to need to go 9 yards for the 1st down. But judging by all the time on the clock, Jamie, that's forever for this Willoughby South offense.
Yeah, and it is a 3rd down coming. So after this play, South won't be able to stop the clock. So if we do some math, you're going to be able to get it down to 2 minutes, and depending, a 1st down essentially ends the game. If you get half of it here, Matt, or a few yards, do they decide to keep the offense on the field and ice it, or do they try to go coffin corner? Because here they are on the 39-yard line.
Personally, I would say try to go for the coffin corner.
Well, Mitch
Hewitt,
probably
he knows much more about football than you and I do.
Back on the field, 3rd down and 11. Sivas behind Sullivan. In motion, Ross, he's the carrier. There he goes, breaks 1 tackle, and there comes a flag.
Oh, no. The one thing you did not want to see happen on this play was the clock stopping.
It's a hold against Chardon, and it was on the end. And we've seen Ross is the guy who likes to run on the end, Matt, and the Hilltoppers have struggled trying to seal off that corner. Now, they're going to decline the penalty. So, with that, it's only a gain of about 2 yards. if you're Chardon here, you can run the clock and then maybe use a timeout and then decide what you're going to do. It's 4th and 11.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I foresee Chardon waiting until there's about a second left on the play clock, then burning a timeout. They have 3.
That looks to be what they're doing. Right now they're in the huddle. Sullivan, there's the signal, and there is the timeout. That's the first timeout that Chardon has used. And let's take a break with that. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. 4th down and now 9. And let's see what the Hilltoppers decide when we come back. And we're back here at Memorial Field. So, decision time for the Hilltoppers. It's 4th down and 9, and Drew Gittens is on the field, the punter. So Chardon will most likely put it in the hands of their defense. Gittens takes the snap. There's the kick, looking for the corner, and it rolls.
Oh, my goodness.
It is a touchback. It was close. It was trying to find that pylon, but it was on the wrong side. So, South will come out to the 20, and with 1:54 and no timeouts, Matt, we turn to Justin O, Joe Connick, Anthony Cantanzarini, Sean Maroney, and we may see Teddy Gould at some point as well.
Now, this has been a masterpiece by the secondary. However, the last drive, some cause for concern the way Russell Porter just picked apart Chardon, but he has less than 2 minutes now to do so.
Here we go. The snap is a good one. Porter has all day. His pass is dropped. He had Caruso slanting through the middle, but the senior couldn't bring it in. 2nd down.
And that's where Willoughby has had the most success in this game, has been over the middle.
Clock is stopped, yet South does not huddle. They have 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Low snap. Porter picks it up. Now he's being forced out of the pocket, throwing sideline, and it is caught by Matt Wyatt. He's got the 1st down, but I think he was caught in bounds. It's hard for us to see.
Hilltopper defense lost track of Wyatt. There was no one to cover him when the help went middle of the field.
He is clock running. 1:40. Porter, it's a bad snap, it's a fumble, but he picks it up. He has time throwing, and it is dropped as the receiver was hit by 52 and Cantanzarini. Who's 52?
Joe Malone.
Joe Malone.
Boy, Joe Malone, that is a huge hit.
2nd down and 10. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Back goes Porter. He's flushed, trying to get rid of it. He can't. He goes down, and the clock is running. And a flag is now thrown.
Well, this, you hope it's not delay of game against Chardon.
They are pointing at the Hilltoppers, so with 1:16 left.
No, that's not good. Chardon backing up.
Yeah, it'll be against Chardon. It's a unsportsmanlike penalty.
Oh, no. Jamie, that's a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down. That is a boneheaded penalty for whoever picked that up. You cannot do that with this at this part of the game.
1st down and 10 with 1:12 to go. Porter again is flushed, and he goes down again. Clock is running. 1-yard pickup. Boy, has this Chardon defense come up big.
Oh, Jamie,
they're going to try to spike it, and they do with 55 seconds on 2nd and 10, and so that makes it 3rd and 10.
Jamie, you have to wonder if the clock is going to strike midnight and Cinderella's carriage will turn into a pumpkin, because Willoughby South not playing like the defending PAC champions tonight.
3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Having trouble with the play. They get it off, a 3-man rush. Porter throwing it deep over the middle. It is through the hands of the receiver, incomplete. A straight up drop by the South receiver, and so now 4th down and 8. 48 seconds to play.
Well, the thousands of fans here at Chardon Memorial on their feet. This is the game right here, Jamie.
The Rebels getting the play from the sideline. The snap, 3-man rush, the throw to the sideline. It's up and it's dropped, and that is going to do it. No flags. No flags, and Chardon takes over on downs.
The Chardon Hilltopper defense throughout this season, they had underperformed and they had been exposed at their weaknesses. But tonight here in Chardon, they have completely changed their game, and they came out, they were the aggressors. They did not make the mistakes. They came up and they made the big plays. And Jamie, it is a tribute to the coaching staff and those men on the field for this victory tonight.
Victory formation time. Sullivan comes out as the fans remain on their feet, and now the Chardon Crazies, Matt, they've left and they are getting ready, I would think, to take the field. They've left their posts. There's 42 seconds left. The snap, and there's the knee. They'll have to do it one more time.
Biggest win of the year for Chardon, a win that's going to put them back in the playoff chase.
Mitch Hewitt down on the sidelines, hugging everybody right now, and we are one snap away. There it is. The Chardon Hilltoppers have done something that nobody expected them to do on homecoming weekend against the 5-0 South Rebels, a team, as we've said, who won 31 straight pack games. Chardon hadn't beaten them since 2007.
The 26th of October, 2007.
And it was here at Memorial Field. They do it again, and boy, it'll be fun for this Chardon students and those football players at the dance tomorrow, don't you think?
Yes, it will. It is going to be a fun homecoming night. Folks of Chardon, enjoy it.
Unbelievable. Again, the final score is 14-7, and here come the Crazies. From both sides.
We're from Chardon, baby, that's right!
Hey students, and let me tell them what I told them before the game. Something about being from Chardon, you know, from now on, you'll always, when you shop, you buy red and black. There's something about it, right? There's something about it in your blood. And there's one other thing, too. Later on in your life, there's going to be a few questions that you're always asked. And one of them is, where are you from? Where are you from? We're from Chardon.
What a way to end it. And boy, man, I got to get down on the field.
Jamie, you do what you have to do.
We can't be up here anymore. Thanks for watching GTV. Again, the final score, 14-7, Hilltoppers. And this is one to remember. Our thanks to Dave Jevnikar, who produced this tonight, and Brian Foster, Chris Gaw on the camera, Brett Iyer, who's back at studio control, and of course, my friend and colleague, Matt Jaworski. Chris, thanks for the Buckeyes. They were good luck. And thank you for watching GTV. We'll see you soon.